So I said to myself, I am going to record the first one today. That's my goal. That's my whole purpose of today is get the technical stuff figured out. And sorry, I was grabbing my coffee. Get all the technical stuff figured out and then share with you a little bit about the last couple days. I received this in the mail. Does anybody know what that is? You see it right there, jury selection. And I know none of you, some of you may know my story, but many of you do not. And I only say that because if you knew my story, for me to get jury selection is kind of insane. But uh, needless to say, I received this in the mail, and I went to their website and I filled out a excuse or reason not to go, which was denied. So here I had to go to jury duty on Monday, a couple days ago. With that comes a flood of emotion for me and nervousness. I called or I texted my buddy and said, "Hey, my hands are shaking involuntarily, right?" And he was explaining to me, as I was like, "Is this PTSD? What is this?" And he said the cortisol levels are high, anxiety and everything else. He was very helpful, my buddy Steve in Texas. So here I go, jury duty on Monday. Going into the courtroom or courthouse, it was pretty nerve wracking, to say the least. But got to the jury room, reported to where I was supposed to report, got my jury badge. They had a bit of an intro. And then after the intro, they said, okay, we're going to wait now until the judge says they're ready for us. Walking in, they're ready for us. Walking into the courtroom, um, just a crazy amount of emotions and just flashbacks to look up and see the prosecutors and the defense attorney, the defendant. Crazy, right? So, not sure why I got the purple light on my screen, but hopefully everything is still working. This is all new to me. Turns out, um, as I sit there, I'm there with 80 other people. No, 79 other people. I was 80. Tons of people there. I'm looking at them all in a different way, knowing I've been through this stuff before. So the judge introduces herself, introduces the attorneys, um, and then she said something about his charges. And then I heard the words beyond reasonable doubt. And that just stuck with me, hit me in the head like a sledgehammer. Beyond reasonable doubt. So I'm thinking to myself, everything that I've been through, all that I've shared in this life with regards to this whole legal system, beyond reasonable doubt, just sticks with me. What does that mean? What did it mean for my cases that I've been through? And then I take it to the spiritual side. And I think, Lord, beyond reasonable doubt, that once we accept Christ into our heart and he gives us a new heart, takes away our heart of stone and our evil heart, puts in a new heart, he cleanses us white as snow. There is no doubt that when we accept him, we are God's children. We are a child of God. In this world, there's so much doubt, uncertainty, craziness. Just the world is just an insane place right now. But we're not of this world. And I'm talking about believers. I am a man of faith. I've accepted Jesus as my Savior. I know where I'm going because of that. And I can have confidence in that. Now, beyond reasonable doubt, 100% certainty. Now, as we dig into this whole topic of beyond reasonable doubt and how it applies to me and my life and everything I've been through, um, it blows me away. It was never so clear. And I'm going to share with you some things I had written. I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning with all these thoughts beyond reasonable doubt and just started writing. And it's been a pretty wild couple of days. Long story short, I'm sitting there waiting for my number to be called. They call the 14 jurors up, they sit in their seats, and then they go each one. I don't know if you've ever been through this. They go through each one to see when you answer these questions they had in a packet if you're eligible to sit on the jury. Of course, my answers were just off the chart, right? But you have to wait for your number to be called. And that was the worst part of it, is just sitting there. But in a strange way, it was a worst part of it. But part of me was happy to be there, to experience it, to know what it was like on their side, to know I'm not here by any coincidence or by chance or by some card that was picked. I believe God does everything for a reason. He allows things to happen. He is actively involved in our lives. No coincidences. It all depends on how you look at it. So that being said, um, for being my first podcast on Beyond Reasonable Doubt, jury duty, and that's how this whole thing kicked in. And then it just opened a flood of things in my head, my writing, everything. So here we go. It says picture in picture mode closed to maintain record quality. I don't even know what that means. So we're not going to worry about it right now. Hopefully, it's recorded. And I'm going to post it. This is the start of Beyond Reasonable Doubt. And I'm going to go through a ton of stuff. And it's basically just to record and to share not only my heart and everything that I've been through, but more importantly, how we can walk each day and not have doubt where we belong. We are not of this world, we are in it. Our home is not here. Our home is in eternity in heaven for those who have accepted Jesus and has been washed clean. It's hope, peace, joy in the midst of craziness, injustices, uncertainty. It's all around us, but we can have peace and hope. And that is why I want to do this, so I can share that with you and everyone around me, that those are the possibilities. Those are the things that you can be sure of beyond a reasonable doubt. All right. All right. First recording down. Less than 10 minutes. Not bad. Thanks for listening. And I'll be back.